Alright guys, welcome back. This is my fitness video for today. I'm not working out today. I had a great workout yesterday and really learned a lot. I put the reflection up. I put that all up yesterday, so I won't get into it. But basically just had an awesome workout. Even though I'm pretty tired, the workout still went quite well. And again, looks like I'm lagging a lot. Guys, that's just the way it's going to be, man. That's just the way it's going to be until I get this new computer. But I wanted to go ahead and show you my supplements I take. And now it's really important that you know that my goal actually for everything I do is not to be a professional who's certified to give you advice, but rather to be an everyday person who's being 100% transparent about my own life so that you can learn from it. So even with my coaching and stuff, I am not a licensed therapist. You know, you always need to go to a therapist and a psychiatrist before you do anything about your mental health, right? That's what I did, and that's what you need to do. Similarly, for your fitness, you always need to talk to your primary care physician before you do any type of new supplementation or new anything, right? And if you don't do that, that risk is on you. Like, I'll be honest, I don't go to my primary care doctor for every single new supplement I take, but you need to know that I'm just an average person. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you what to put in your body. And this is not, should not be considered legally binding, nutrition advice or any kind of, medical advice, right? This is how supplements always have that thing that's the FDA has not licensed this or approved this. This is my legal disclaimer that the FDA has not licensed or approved what I'm about to tell you. This is just me talking and me telling you what I'm doing as an average everyday person, because I think that may be even more valuable than hearing it from an expert. So here are the things I do on a daily basis that are just sort of unique or quirky or just, non-standard things that I do for my health. Okay, the first thing I do personally, I do not eat any processed foods pretty much. I eat and what that means is I have a low sodium diet. So the first thing I do is I have electrolytes, which I consume. And these, generally what I do, my heuristic, God, this lag is so bad. Let me see if I can exit GarageBand and maybe the lag will get a little bit better. Hold on, let me export this. I'm going to export my podcast that I just did because my computer is it's working so hard, poor thing. But anyway, while that's happening, electrolytes. Now, here's the first thing I want you to know about nutrition is I don't actually buy based on the science. That may sound crazy to you because why would I not be buying based on the science? But I buy supplements based on the people who are selling them and whether I trust them, right? And if I trust them to know the science, then I can do what the people say and just know the science behind the background. So I buy these electrolyte packets. Basically, just think about this as a cross between Gatorade and Pedialyte. It's just a Pedialyte powder mix that has the same kind of stuff that's in a Pedialyte thing or any kind of electrolyte thing, but it's got a little bit of stevia. It's got no sugar, essentially. So it's got no sugars, 2 carbs, right? It's got salt, citric acid, magnesium, potassium, natural flavors, and stevia. Okay? And so that's what we're talking about there. It's just a little thing with some stevia. All right? Save. Sorry, just still getting rid of the podcast because maybe if I quit GarageBand, my lag won't be as bad. GarageBand. But I hope this is just a cornucopia of information for you here. Okay? So we're still good on everything. Yes, I think we're still good, even if we're lagging. So anyway, these are LMNT. This brand is by Rob Wolf. So he is a pretty well-known, best-selling author, paleo diet guy, and he created these supplements because he needed more sodium in his diet when he started doing healthy dieting, because when you work out, you lose a lot of electrolytes, right? So you need a lot of sodium. So again, this is not something you need if you're an everyday person. You don't need this, right? None of these things I'm about to show you are a need. This is something where if you eat a low processed food diet and you know you don't get that much sodium and you work out and sweat a lot, then I drink one of these in the morning and I find it helpful just to know that I'm getting enough electrolytes. And as a side effect, it tastes good. And so then I actually end up drinking a whole bottle of water in the morning. So I drink this big bottle of water with 1 packet in it. And so then I've actually gotten my water too. So kind of, even though the thing is fine, right? It's $1.50 per stick, so it's not super cheap. It's like buying a bottle of Gatorade every morning, right? $1.50 for your bottle of Gatorade. And I think maybe even more valuable than the actual supplement is just the fact that it gets me to drink 24 ounces of water first thing in the morning before I have my coffee or anything. So that's what's so good about this. And again, it's that I trust the person, right? The guy is a good guy. I've read multiple of his books, and so I trust his ability to come up with a good supplement. But it's really just simple. It's just sodium, potassium, magnesium. Nothing complicated here. You can make this on your own. You don't have to buy this. It's just something I buy out of convenience. It's fun. Okay? But again, this guy made this to solve his own problem. Generally, what I try to do is I only buy things from people who made it to solve their own problems and who made it out of passion. Okay, so for example, as an example of something I don't do, I tried these Prove It brand exogenous ketones, which are kind of this weird thing, but they were like $6 for a drink instead of $1.50. And these exogenous ketones things, like, I don't trust it because it's a network marketing company run by like a millionaire guy who has a history of running network marketing companies. And so even though I had somebody really smart and intelligent recommend these to me, and even though this Rob Wolf guy who makes these takes these ketone things, I know that those, like, I don't have to really trust because the guy who runs the company is a network marketing dude, right? And they have like all these like doctors like saying stuff. I just don't trust it, right? I get a squeamish feeling. So generally when I'm purchasing something, one thing I do is, because I'm like this entrepreneur who has this really big vision and cares about people, I tend to only purchase products from other entrepreneurs or people with big visions who care about people. And I know Rob Wolf is one of those, so I buy his stuff. Okay, so that's electrolyte powder. It comes in a packet shape, just like this. And I take it and I put it in my water bottle and I drink it. And it's very salty. It has 40% of your daily sodium. You don't need this if you already eat a lot of salt, right? If you eat like crap and don't exercise, you don't need that, right? But if you eat really healthy with almost no salt like I do, and you also exercise and sweat, it might be fun for you, right? Take it at your own risk, like all of them. Okay, other thing I do in the morning, right? My coffee has switched from regular coffee to Four Sigmatic ground coffee. Now, Four Sigmatic is a brand created by, I forget if it's someone from Europe or Canada or something, but anyway, it's also like a family-created business where they basically take coffee and put mushrooms in it. And so this is ground coffee. It tastes like coffee, but it has lion's mane mushroom, which is a known stimulant, you know, to give you concentration and happiness. And so I take that. It's about half caffeine, and it has like a nicer stimulating effect. And I'm finding, especially as I've gone off my anti-anxiety meds, I'm super sensitive to caffeine. So the only coffee I drink is one cup of this, one 12-ounce cup of this that's half calf every day. Again, take it at your own risk, right? It has some kind of weird mushroom in it, so make sure to check that out. Look up lion's mane mushroom and take it at your own risk. But I find it awesome. And again, I trust the company because it's this like family started owned company, right? I mean, they have more employees now, but it's like a true people who care about what they're doing, right? And are fanatic about what they're doing. So I like that. So those are two things I take in the morning. And then I have a protein shake, and here's what I put in my protein shake, okay? The mystery bottle, I actually ripped the label off of this, but it is Organifi Vanilla Protein. So Organifi is a company run by Drew Canoli. He's an entrepreneur who I listened to on a podcast somewhere once, and he has a protein company. It's vegan, soy-free protein. So it's like healthy protein. So it's not whey protein or some protein like that. It has no animal products. It also has no soy, because a lot of proteins are just like soy protein. So it's like soy-free, casein-free, vegan protein. So it's made out of like pea protein and quinoa protein and like all these other weird corner case types of proteins. But it tastes very nice, and I put it in my protein shake. So I do about 12 to 16 ounces of almond milk in my shake. I put it in the blender. Then I put one scoop of this, which again, you can't see any label, but it's called Organifi, right? I trust the guy who made it because I know his brand. I know he like created out of passion. He uses his own stuff. And just, I mean, it's a vegetable protein. Like, you can't really go that wrong, right? I'm sure there are plenty of good vegetable proteins. This is just one of them. Like, so I would say if you're looking for something very safe, like, I don't think you can really go wrong with a vegetable-based protein. But again, I'm not a doctor. I don't really know that much. I just bought it and I like it. So in my protein shake, I also put this. This is the thing I'm least convinced on. I have no clue if this stuff is helpful or not, honestly. This is just a generic brand called Sports Research. I found it on Amazon. I don't know anything about it. Collagen peptides. Collagen is like hydrolyzed bovine collagen peptides. So it's like cow protein, like from their skin. I don't know. It's weird, right? You don't need to take this. I just take it. Again, one thing you'll see me doing a lot in life is scientifically, I probably don't need this whatsoever, but I'm taking it because it gives me a mental edge, because every day when I put an extra scoop of a different second type of protein in my shake, I think that's right. Like, I'm going above and beyond to be healthy. And so it's actually the mental and emotional factor I'm using this for. I don't really know if it's helpful. I'm just telling you, I found this on Amazon. It was pretty cheap. It is protein, and I'm putting it in my body. So again, take it at your own risk. And the last thing I do, which is pretty cool, again, no clue if it's good or not, helpful or not, is brain octane oil. So this, again, is, watch out, because this is a little dangerous. This is straight up saturated fat. So, just warning, this is saturated fat. It's actually saturated fat that's processed. So it's coconut oil where they process it to only a certain type of triglyceride. So the ingredients are caprylic acid triglycerides from highly refined coconut oil. That's what this is. Caprylic acid triglycerides from highly refined coconut oil. So it's C8, a certain type of acid chain from saturated fat, right? And the reason I take this is because first of all, I'm on a high saturated fat diet. I'm on a high coconut diet. So basically it's just coconut oil to me. It's just a version of coconut oil. And so I just think of it like that. But the reason I take it is because the owner of this brand, Dave Asprey, is like super into biohacking and being healthy. And so again, I know that this is not just some person trying to sell me crap, but it's somebody who is obsessive about their stuff. He's on podcasts. He's like so obsessed with his own products and like trying to anti-age himself that I know that if this guy's taking it, like I can believe in that. Again, I can know that it's good. So again, not recommended unless you're really in pretty good shape and you're wean yourself on. This is something you have to slowly wean yourself on because it's really intense oil. But I put a tablespoon of this, or maybe like half a tablespoon in each of my protein shakes so that I can have more fat in my diet, basically. And again, this is just literally 100% saturated fat. So warning, like just so you know. But that's what I do. Again, it feels like it gives me an extra edge. It sneaks some more calories in there because sometimes I have trouble getting enough calories. And so those are the products I use on a daily basis, guys. That's it. I've tried a lot of stuff, and those are the ones that have stuck for me. And if I had to recommend just one thing to you, I'd recommend that Four Sigmatic coffee. Try it. It's half caffeine, but it still just tastes like coffee. It's just ground coffee, and it'll give you a really nice mental feeling. It's really wonderful, right? It's the most powerful stimulant I'm on right now. I don't drink alcohol anymore. And so basically, I don't drink full caffeinated coffee anymore. And so this is the strongest thing that I put into my body probably is that Four Sigmatic coffee. And then again, if you're not supplementing with some kind of vegetable protein, nothing wrong with doing that. There are tons of great brands, right? I use this Organifi brand just because I heard about it from a guy who I follow on his podcast, and I trust the people. But I'm sure you can find plenty of good brands. It's just that, an organic, all organic, non-soy, vegan protein powder is probably helpful, right? Like, I don't think that can hurt. And so you might want to try that too. Collagen peptides, bulletproof oil, and the LMNT stuff, that's just personal preference. So again, this is all just so you know transparently what I'm up to, what I'm out there creating, what I'm out there doing. And I just have a shake, right? I have the LMNT with 24-ounce water in the morning. And then I have the Four Sigmatic with, like right here, I make it in my single serve coffee maker right there. That's it. And I have that in the morning after my water. And then I have the collagen peptides and other stuff. All that goes into my shake with about 16 ounces of Trader Joe's almond milk. I'm in love with Trader Joe's because they create a consistent experience. I talked about them on the Parable today. Love me some Trader Joe's. And so I put all that stuff in with some Trader Joe's almond milk. Although any almond milk will do, but Trader Joe's is the best company in the world, so you should go to them, right? And that's what I eat, right? Like beside that, I eat a lot of regular meals and stuff, and I'll broadcast about that to you at a later time, but just wanted to show you all the supplementy stuff. Use at your own risk. Consult your primary care physician. Unless you're in pretty good shape, you probably don't need random extra sodium and saturated fat, but it might not hurt to try this Four Sigmatic coffee, and it might not hurt to just grab some vegan, soy-free protein that's extremely healthy and just make a little shake out of it every day, and you get a little extra protein. It'll probably be healthier than whatever else crap you put in your body, so you probably can't go too wrong with that one. So that's it for today, guys. All these things will be going up on YouTube at noon exactly every single day from now on. Hopefully I can get my workouts done in that time. Today there was no workout, so it went a little bit faster, but I'm going to be working it and making the schedule so that everything is exactly consistent. I've had a blast talking to you today, and I will talk to you tomorrow. See you later.